Hello everybody, my name is Alexander Kazina, aka Kozibear, and I'd like to cordially invite you to another installment of my critical LeafGreen Nuzlocke run. This is the only Nuzlocke run on the internet where every single time someone scores a critical hit, I spin my prize wheel of criticality and suffer the consequences. Don't forget that, as always, you can catch the show you're currently watching live over on twitch.tv/Kozibear Live every Monday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. EST. And when you're done with that, you can, of course, catch up on all my prior podcasts on YouTube, where they publish every Wednesday and Saturday. Without further ado, let's get right into tonight's stream. I want to say this right up front. I am planning on actually not streaming next week, both on Monday and Thursday. I have some things on both evenings that I would rather attend to. One of them may or may not be an episode of Respawning Fire. So I want to get right into the thick of things real quick, because if I advance sufficiently far enough into the stream by the end of the time that we have together with each other tonight, I might consider doing a off-schedule stream either on Sunday or Tuesday, in which I basically just grind, take on the Elite Four, and bring an end to the run. But again, it depends on how much progress I make this time around. Here's what I've decided. My Pokemon team that I have right here and right now is locked. My Pokemon can die a tragic death, they can get brutally murdered, butchered, anything can happen to them. But I won't add any new Pokemon to my team to replace them. Instead, I will just focus on what Pokemon remain and continue to level them up so that they can become more and more sufficient and capable of taking on the many powerful Pokemon that still await us in Victory Road and at the Elite Four. Without further ado, let's jump right into here. My hope is that I will be able to get most of my training done with the trainers that still remain in this gym, and with the trainers at Elite Four, and also, of course, all the wild Pokemon we'll be able to encounter there. But that's where the kind of like scheduling and timing of things will really come down to. Alright. This is another Pokemon that has Rock-type moves, so I'm gonna swap in Blueberry. Sorry, I had to answer a phone call real quick. Normally, I'm not one to do texting during my streams, but my mom wanted to know if I liked a raincoat that she had picked out for me at a department store. So that's happening. Here we go. Exactly the kind of Pokemon that we want to encounter with Marshmallow the Haunter. Pokemon that can very easily get taken out by my Psychic-type moves, and that itself does not have a lot of ways to counteract. And look at that. I was really not expecting that Marshmallow would be able to catch up with the rest of my team so quickly, but look at that. He's already at level 41. That's impressive. Gotta love it when the game throws you Pokemon that are not even ground type and super effectively weak towards the one move I have at my disposal. I will teach him some more TMs and HMs before we go into the Elite Four, by the way. I feel bad with him staying like this. Nidoqueen has a little bit more of a diverse move pool, but I think I will still be okay. It can learn moves like Ice Beam, Thunderbolt. I'm pretty sure some of like the fire moves. Oh shit. I've been faster up until now, and I am level 41, so I trust that I will be able to strike before it strikes me back. Okay, I got a little concerned for a second there when it seemingly attacked first, but thankfully that wasn't an attack. That was just a little bit of healing He might still have some more potions up his sleeve, but I have still a fair few psychics to go around, so we should be okay. Goodbye to Nidoqueen. Again, I still don't think this guy has any moves that can hit us, so we should be okay. He does have Leer, and I think if the final Pokemon that he sends out is like definitively like not something that can absolutely hurt us, I'll just keep Marshmallow in. But if it's anything else, I'll probably swap him out. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him in, but I will swap him out right at the front. Let's swap Blueberry back in. It's important that we train up Blueberry as much as we can, because he's going to be kind of the rock on which some of the biggest final battles of the game will rest. So it's important that he's going to be pretty powerful. Well, shit, here we go. Critical hit time, and definitely a critical hit that we did not need. Let's go ahead and let's bring in our prize wheel of criticality. 1, 2, and 3. Get bench. Okay, that means that we're going to have to bench Blueberry for the next 30 minutes. I don't mind that much because we can continue to train up some of the other Pokemon that we currently have on our team, but yeah, whatever. We'll get more of an opportunity to do so later. All right. First things first, we're going to heal our Pokemon, and then we will deposit him. Give me a quick little second. There we go. I always like to have a second copy of the stream chat up and running so I can see anything that y'all post in the chat live as it happens. Here we go. What a bulky boy he is. What a bulky little boy my good old Blastoise is. Losing time. And there we go. 30 minutes on the clock. All right. Come on. Why could that man have not been like an inch away from the entrance of the gym? Could have been a little bit closer. Okay. Here we go. Somebody new that we have not yet fought. I think Marshmallow will be a good choice for this guy. I have a feeling that he might have a few Pokemon that are weak towards Psychic-type moves. Goodbye. I really was not expecting a Poison-type Pokemon to be this useful in this gym. Goodbye. And that's that. Goodbye to Machoke. It's too bad that it's kinda difficult to get the Twisted Spoon in this game, because I would definitely stick it on Haunter if I had the opportunity to do so. Right, not a lot of trainers left. Oh wow, that's it. We beat all the other trainers. And now we're at Giovanni. I am going to just take a quick little repas before we do so. That means like a quick little break. for those of you who don't speak French. Let's see here. So obviously, Lychee and Brioche are not getting any action this battle. This is largely going to be carried by Mochi, Marshmallow, and Cookie. And I think that they can all handle him on their own. But I'm wondering if it actually wouldn't hurt to level them up just a little bit. I have a theory, and that theory is that I think that it wouldn't hurt if we were to battle some of those poison-type specializing bikers that exist just to the west of Celadon City. I think that it might be worthwhile for us to take a little time out of our run to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do just that. I actually don't even think that Snorlax will get that much, what's the word? Snorlax will be given that much of an opportunity to do that much, because as we learned while we were kind of making our way through the many trainers of that gym, the like ground rock type Pokemon that, you know, exist in abundance in that gym aren't really hurt that badly by his Brick Break, so. Alright. It's been a while since I've used this. Wrong bag. Wow, all of them are available except for that one dude. I wonder what his problem is. He probably has a boner and he doesn't want anyone to notice it. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, we want to focus on Mochi a little bit. I think Marshmallow has been trained up quite sufficiently, but we want to give Mochi a bit more of a shot to, you know, get in on the action. Okay, a little bit, much like how I've done many times in the past with prior gym leaders, I'll get Slowbro to whatever level I want to get it to, and then I'll probably use a rare candy to top up its levels just a little bit more. Goodbye to Machop. I gotta be honest, I thought these guys would be at a little bit more of a higher level. I suspect that what I gotta do is I just gotta keep re-challenging them with a VS Seeker, and like every single time I re-challenge them, they'll probably be a little bit stronger. I do wonder though if the levels to which they can rise is gated by like how many gyms I have or haven't beaten by this point. Alright, critical hit time. Let's go ahead and let's bring in the prize wheel of criticality. 1, 2, and 3. Drop 5. That means we are going to have to drop 5 items. While we're currently looking at the wheel here, I still have Do Yoga on our 2 push-up spots. This stream, if we happen to land on either of those 2 spots, we'll just go ahead and respin the wheel, because last time around I thought my back was in good enough shape to do even just a little bit of yoga, and it was not. I actually got a little bit hurt, so we're going to be holding off on that for the time being. I suspect that eventually, once probably when I start my next Nuzlocke challenge, probably when I start Pokemon Pearl, because I suspect it will probably be Pokemon Pearl, I'll do my I'll resume doing push-ups or yoga then. And by the way, hello to good old why did I think your name had an underscore in it? You must forgive me for that. 2pulls1, shout out. All right, let's see here. Right, Mochi, we still want him in the party. However, we got to drop 5 items per what we just spun on the wheel. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to toss 1 Hyper Potion. I'm going to toss 1 Full Heal. I'm going to toss 2 Antidotes. And we're going to toss a Paralyze Heal. And there we go. Let's go. I remember at least some of these biker dudes around here having like a coughing, not a coughing, but a wheezing or like a muck. How's my night doing? My night's doing pretty okay, pretty well. 2 pulls 1. I obviously am looking pretty forward to eventually taking on Giovanni in the end of the game. We are, you know, reaching towards the end, and initially I was a little bit disappointed going into it because, you know, I don't want it to end so soon, but I'm actually kind of ready to kind of move on. I think that the 3rd generation Pokemon games have been a lot of fun, but I'm looking forward to a lot of the fun little kind of changes and improvements that are coming with the kind of next generation of Pokemon games after this. The physical special split in particular is going to be quite exciting. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Here we go. I knew one of them had a wheezing. And I was correct. I just need to make sure that I get lucky. There we go. You know what I'm thinking? Right now, I'm at 44, about to cross over the bridge to 45. I'm going to level up to 45. Then I'm going to level up to 46, and then I will give him a rare candy so that he goes to 47. I think 47 will be the sweet spot, because last time we took on a gym leader, last time we took on Blaine, the strongest Pokemon that he had on his team, I want to say, was 47. So you got to presume that Giovanni's Pokemon are probably a few levels higher than that, which I think would make for a pretty acceptable level differential IMO. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do myself another surf, and there we go. Related but unrelated, I've actually been thinking about Extra Life. I've just got an email from the Extra Life company informing me that, like, hey, the big day is coming up in November, and so you should start kind of getting ready and getting prepared for what is to come. If you've tuned into any of my streams over the course of the past 3 years, you'll know that typically in the past, Extra Life has tended to be a kind of like grab bag variety stream kind of affair. The first Extra Life I did was like, all right, over the course of these 12 hours, I'm going to play these 12 different video games. Extra Life number 2 was over the course of these 12 hours, I'm like, these 12 little video games. Extra Life number 3 I did as part of Press YZ, the Canadian video game podcast I used to host with my friends. And for that one, it was a bunch of games, but a little bit more kind of spaced out. It wasn't quite 12, it was a little bit more spaced out, plus some like Press YZ podcast segments as well. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for Extra Life 2022 as well. Because I'm definitely going to do it again, because those like 12-hour marathon streams are a lot of fun. What I'm wondering, and by the way, interesting, so they're still at level 33, so I guess either I have to just battle them a bunch more times, or maybe I need to wait until the gym leader is defeated for them to be that much stronger. What was I about to say? If you've kind of tuned into some of the content I've been doing on the side over the course of the past couple of weeks, you'll know that I've been brewing a couple of ideas on what I want to do. One idea that I recently floated on Respawning Fire, I think I might have talked about this on the most recent episode with Adam, was I was thinking of maybe doing a stream in which I exclusively earn platinum trophies. There is a glut of games now on the PlayStation 5 that you can play to earn very quick, very cheap, very easy platinum trophies in over the course of like a matter of minutes. And I was thinking it would be fun if like I did this like crazy 12-hour stream where it's like, can I get 100 platinums over the course of 12 hours playing these like crappy little games. I think that could be a lot of fun, especially if I do it like alongside some other people. I don't know. I want it. Unlike last times around, I don't want to do a variety stream where I just play a bunch of things over the course of 12 hours. I thought, you know, assembling programming like that was fun, but this time around I want to do something a little bit different. I want to do something that will, like a singular, I want to accomplish a singular goal over the course of those 12 hours. And what that will be, I guess I'll just have to sit and stew on. Sit and stew on. Of course, if any of you in the Twitch chat have any ideas of what I should be doing, by all means, let me know. I'm definitely all ears. You know, I'm not always utterly abreast of all the latest kind of trends and phenomena going on in the world of streaming. If there's something cool going on right now that I'm not aware of that you think could make for a entertaining stream idea, I mean, I definitely want to hear it. I got a good amount of XP from these past few battles, but I think I'm going to need to get a little bit more XP in somewhere else. I mean, I guess I could probably just go down this route, or I could probably like just battle another trainer, but who do I want to battle? I'm really close, so maybe I can just battle like a wild Pokemon or two. I can probably just take care of it like that. Here we go, perfect. And the way the game is set up, I don't even have to move through the grass. I just automatically fall down. And oh, look at that, we encountered Eradicate, which is a Pokemon that will yield a little bit more experience in this particular area of the game than most. So that works out just well. Just a little bit more. There we go. Perfecto. Rattata is really itching to score a critical hit on me, but it's not going to happen. Oh no, it's not going to happen. All right. My streaming schedule is, at the moment, I stream every Monday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. EST. That is Eastern Standard Time. Next week, however, it's looking that I'm probably not going to be streaming on either Monday or Thursday, which I always feel really bad about that when somebody tunes in and is like, oh man, I'm enjoying what you're putting out. What's your stream schedule? And it's like, oh, well, normally it's like this, but the next week, things are not going according to plan. But normally it's every Monday and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. EST. That's the way it's been for the past little while, and that's how it will be for the foreseeable future, excluding next week. And then I should also mention, I talked about this at the front of the stream, but typically I tend to post VODs of my prior streams on YouTube. And when I do that, they publish to my YouTube channel every Wednesday and Saturday at 3:30 p.m. EST. If you type !YouTube in the chat, you can bring up the link to my YouTube channel. So just if you're curious, here we go. And there we go. Mochi is now at level 47. I think he should probably be sufficiently strong enough to be able to take on the wily challenges that this gym will throw at us, but we will have to wait and see. What I'm hoping is that early on I'll be able to build up a bit of calm minds and use that to kind of sweep through the entirety of Giovanni's team. But we'll see. We shall see. Man, this gym is a complete troll. You think that you're gonna have to solve some like complicated tile puzzle to get the Giovanni, but you don't even need to do that. All right, I would really, really want to have Blastoise on my team at this very moment, but he is not going to be released from my box for another 12 minutes. So we got to make do with what we currently have on hand. Which basically, in essence, is just these 3 Pokemon over here, because these 2 guys are not going to be making a lot of headway in this gym, and this guy over here, yeah, is not going to be really participating in the battle at all. But I think that these 2 guys have really kind of proven their mettle. Without further ado, let's go and get right into it. Ooh, thank you for checking out my TikToks, Tuples. A lot of those TikToks, especially the early ones, actually come from when I was a cooking streamer. I was doing a lot of cooking on this channel. Those were really, really, really fun streams, but it just kind of got to a point where it was just a little bit too much. I just couldn't, the kind of like process of kind of setting up those streams was just a little bit too strenuous, so I decided to kind of settle with something a little bit more simple and pared down. It's not surprising that he has Earthquake, but as you can see, clearly it did not do a lot of damage. Now, I'm realizing something as we head into the next Pokemon he's going to send out next, which is that, okay, we're probably safe with Dugtrio, but Giovanni actually has a lot of Pokemon on his team that theoretically could use Mega Horn. And it's been long enough since I last played this game that I actually don't know if he does have Mega Horn or not. Now, Dugtrio is pretty powerful. He's also incredibly fast, even without Mochi losing a little bit of speed to Scary Face. But I suspect we will probably be okay. Yeah, I expected he would probably use Earthquake, but I think we'll be fine. Well, wow, that didn't even do as much damage as Rhyhorn, which I guess makes sense because Rhyhorn is like several levels higher, but oh well. Even though I'm not like utterly gasping for air, I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to use a Hyper Potion just on the off chance that Nidoqueen has a very powerful move up her sleeve. Nidoqueen's attack is like not utterly inadequate, but it's definitely not her strongest suite. The thing about Nidoqueen is she's one of those like early Generation 1, Stage 3 Pokemon that's like not like super powerful in any particular regard, but she has like a lot of options at her disposal. She has a very wide move pool. She has like interesting stabs in poison and ground, and so you can't really count her out, even though she's not the best thing ever. Yeah, that was me starting out my TikToks by saying citizens of TikTok. That was very much like I said, something that I used to do back when I was doing a lot of my cooking streams. I don't really do that as much anymore because a lot of the TikToks I put out now are like fun little moments from the Pokemon streams that I do. But yeah, making those custom little TikToks was pretty fun, honestly. All right, I think we're pretty much in the clear because if I recall correctly, Giovanni's last Pokemon is another Rhyhorn. I want to say that what happened is originally he had a Rhydon as the lead of his team in the original version of these games, but then they, for whatever reason, changed it back to being a Rhyhorn because reasons? I don't really know why, actually. In any case, the last Rhyhorn that attacked us actually did a pretty decent Earthquake, so I'm just going to heal up one last time. I mean, I will say this, Giovanni, you know, he wasn't able to stop us all that much, but I mean, throughout the entire battle, he did use Earthquake, you know, a very powerful stab ground type move that we definitely are going to have a lot of fun with once we finally teach it to one of the Pokemon on our team. Probably Snorlax, I want to say. And, well, look at that. I do feel a little bit bad about having used so many potions throughout that little ditty that we had with Giovanni, but, I mean, hey. And there we go. Interesting. So apparently Giovanni made Earthquake. And of course, if you come back here a little bit later, you'll see that Giovanni is no longer there. He's fled to parts unknown. Mimic Tongue says, what's a real-life animal you want more representation of in new Pokemon designs? I mean, you mentioned the dolphin thing, of course. That's something that people bring up an awful lot. I don't know. I want to see more weird crustaceans. I know that's not necessarily something that a lot of people tend to think about, but I feel like we can do... We can come up with some cool new crab and lobster designs that nobody has even thought of before. I know there's that new Pokemon Cloth that kind of fulfills that. Horseshoe crabs, that's an idea. I mean, Kabuto is kind of already has that covered, I guess. Oh, no, not what I wanted to open. Here we go. Before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to teach... Wait, where is it? I completely skipped over it. Here we go. Earthquake. Yeah, we can teach it to Mochi, we can teach it to Cookie, and I'm pretty certain that we can also teach it to Blastoise if we want to, but I think it will be best served on Cookie. Yeah, I don't know that I love that. That Hairy Yeti Pokemon, I know what you're calling, I know what you're referring to. Like, I don't think it's like the worst Pokemon of all time, but I feel like its design was just a little bit too busy. What was annoying about him is that, like, you could capture the original version of that fighting crab Pokemon like pretty early on in Sun and Moon, but you had to wait until like the end of the game to get to that icy mountain to evolve him there. Like, that was unfair, especially if you're, you know, somebody that's not aware of that. Okay. So we can take on Gary Oak right now, but you know what? I would rather take on Gary Oak when we have Blastoise in our team, who's going to be available in 4 minutes. And on top of that, I actually want to level up some of our other Pokemon a little bit more. In fact, while I'm here, I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to teach a couple other TMs to my Pokemon. Such as Thunder. Unfortunately, Lychee, the Magneton, can't learn a whole ton of new moves. But it can learn both Thunder and Rain Dance, and so I'm going to teach that to him, and in doing so provide him with a powerful new combo that he'll be able to use in many a battle to come. Here we go. And of course, his Rain Dance will also be able to help out, what's his name, Blastoise. If ever there's a scenario where I need Blastoise's water-type moves to have a little bit more punch to them. I could also use, like, speaking of other Pokemon that we want based off of pre-existing animals, I could go for some more Pokemon that are based off of chinchillas. I feel like that's a mine that hasn't really been mined all that much. Of course, we do have a couple of, you know, chinchilla Pokemon already, Minccino and Cinccino. Those Pokemon are cool. I have no real kind of qualms with them, but I feel like we can definitely add more to the pot. I don't think that there's any problem with us going back to that time and time again. Oh yeah, that's right. I was trying to fly here so we could get better items from the Pokemart, and I'd forgotten that the Pokemart is located in a real weird spot out here. I'm sure that there are some more like weird dinosaur designs as well that we could probably base some of our Pokemon off of. That would... I'm just going to buy a couple of Ultra Balls because you never know. I'm sure there are some like weird dinosaur designs as well that haven't really been mined yet. The problem is that, you know, typically we only get a couple of new dinosaur designs per Pokemon generation, if that. It was kind of a deviation that we got so many new dinosaur Pokemon in the most recent gens, because they had that thing where you could like swap and slide the different parts and pieces of them to create 4 different unique Pokemon. Where are we going next? Here we go. I know that Lapras is based on like a Plesiosaur, but I would not actually mind like another Plesiosaur Pokemon of like a very different nature. I think that there's potential in that kind of basic concept that I don't feel like the franchise has really kind of mined all that thoroughly. And let's see here. I am going to put her at the front. I actually think that we might be running out of time real soon. Let's see. I know there's a line of trainers on the route just east of here. I'll go ahead and I'll use the VS Seeker to get their attention, and then I'll do my thing. Let's see here. Well, only 2 people were interested. That's a little surprising, to be honest. Let's go ahead and let's do this. Ryosha is the one Pokemon on my team that needs the most leveling up time, so I'm gonna try and give it to her. Maybe I should have actually gone back and taken on those bikers actually from the spot from before. Oh, look at that. My timer is up, which means that we can safely retrieve Blastoise from the Pokemon box that he was boxed in on. I'm just gonna mop up these 2 trainers and we will be good to go. You know, this is a bit of a weird idea. It's not exactly like basing Pokemon off of like animals, because this isn't really an animal, but I would love to see more Pokemon that feature like vampiric designs to them. Like Pokemon, like a Pokemon line that directly references like Count Dracula. We already have like a ton of human-like Pokemon in the games that, you know, are reference to all sorts of real life or kind of fictional people or things. Like you have Mr. Mime, which is based off of a mime, for example. I feel like we could do with like a Count Dracula Pokemon, or like a Count Dracula Pokemon line. Like have it start out as like a kind of like a basic like vampiric Pokemon and have it evolve gradually into like a more and more stronger vampiric form. On that note, maybe we could have like a Frankenstein Pokemon as well. A bit of a weird idea, I'll admit, but maybe they could make that work. And here we go. Let's get him back in the party. I want to say that the first Pokemon we will be fighting will be Pidgeot. So I'm going to be putting Magneton at the front, right up front. Actually, that will be a great opportunity for us to set up rain right at the beginning, so Blastoise will potentially be able to sweep everything, so that's cool. Well, they made a Monster Hunter monster as Frankenstein. That is interesting. It kind of amazes me that I completely, like, and thoroughly will kick Gary Oak's ass here, and yet he will still be able to kind of go on and become the Pokemon League champion, seemingly in record time. Like, you think that this battle would leave him a little bit dejected, that like, oh man, maybe I can't actually do this, you know? Let's see here. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and use Thunder. I probably could take him out with Spark even at this level, but I might as well show off Thunder now that I have it. It's probably going to swap in... Oh, Growlithe. You know what? Normally I would err on the side of caution here, but because it's raining, any of Growlithe's moves will actually end up not being very effective against us, so I can actually continue attacking him pretty much without any concern. Still did like a little bit of damage because there is like enough of a level differential, but yeah, we're okay. And goodbye to Growlithe. I'm a little bit concerned that Gyarados might actually have access to Earthquake. So, let's see here. Is there anybody else that might actually be good? Mochi could actually be good, as could Blueberry. You know what? I'm going to actually swap into Blueberry here. I know not exactly the Pokemon that you thought Blueberry would take on, but I'm just a little bit concerned is all. Hello to bread_gun_1. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Let's see here. I don't know whether or not, like, okay, so clearly Gyarados has Leer. We know he has that. But yeah, I don't know what the rest of his move pool actually even looks like. I'm actually starting to become a little bit concerned. You know what? You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that we should actually swap out to Cookie and let him use the opportunity to get in a little bit of damage. Oh, that actually ended up being a really good decision. Hydro Pump, a very powerful water-type move, however, Gyarados, oh, you know, he's using Rain Dance. It's unexpected. Gyarados does not have very strong innate special attack. And on top of that, Cookie's actually very strong in terms of his special defense, so it actually works out. Yeah, I have a lot of Rattatas on the death list, Bread Gun 1, because what happened was the way this run originally started out, I headed headlong into battle. I thought everything was going good and okay. I caught 2 Rattatas, a Pidgey, and a Squirtle as my starter Pokemon, and the first rival fight kicked my ass, and that was it. And basically after that, I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to start a new game over. And then basically during my new game, I caught 2 more Rattatas, and yeah, they both died. Yeah, no dupes clause. Previously, during my prior Nuzlocke run, I played that run with dupes clause on. I allowed myself to, oh, critical hit. I allowed myself to explore the many regions that I visited a little bit more of the Pokemon they contain and not have to capture the same species of Pokemon over and over. This time around, I decided to just sort of keep things simple. And by that, technically more challenging because, you know, not having dupes clause on, you know, only makes things more difficult. Funny you should ask, to please one. By the way, I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name. You want to know what's going on with the wheel? Well, plain and simple, every single time that somebody in the run scores a critical hit, I bring in my prize wheel of criticality and spin it, and I have to endure whatever punishment befalls me, depending on where it lands. quick little heads up, I talked about this at the beginning of the stream. These spots over here originally were for doing 5 push-ups and 10 push-ups, but then my right arm got a little bit bruised up, and it's managed to remain consistently bruised up for the past little while, so I figured, well, what if instead I stuck these little stickers on it that said that I could do yoga instead? That went well a little bit, but then last time I did a stream, I still managed to hurt myself even just doing some relatively light yoga. So if we land on these 2 spots over here, we will just go ahead and respin the wheel. All right, let's see where it's going to land. Switch it up. So switch it up. We've actually not landed on this particular spot in quite some time. Means that the next opportunity that we have to do so, we have to switch up the Pokemon at the front of our party 3 times in a row without attacking or using any items or doing anything. Situationally, it's normally not that big a deal, because normally when this happens, I'm like in the middle of a pretty anticlimactic battle against, you know, trainers that don't really matter all that much. However, in this particular battle, this could actually get kind of dicey, because we are in the middle of battling our rival's Venusaur, which is level 53. So we're going to have to be careful. I'm going to go ahead. Maybe I'm being a little bit ambitious, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch into Marshmallow first. Marshmallow is not exactly the bulkiest Pokemon in the world, but we are battling a Venusaur that doesn't really have a whole lot of moves that can do a lot of damage against him. Now, I'm actually a little bit concerned, because I am switching out a bunch of times, and he just used Growth, and that move can actually do a real number on us if we're not careful. I'm going to switch into Lychee next. I think that even with a Growth, he probably won't be able to KO us after this. Oh, this is not getting good. I'm gonna ultimately switch into Cookie as my final switch. And there we go. The 3 switches are fulfilled. This is going to do a lot of damage. Also, it has a very high likelihood of getting a critical hit. Or I guess not. I thought that might crit me, but it ended up being okay. But that is still a lot of damage, and we didn't do ourselves any favors switching around a lot. This is actually not great. I'm going to just go ahead and just heal up his HP. Top it up a little bit. Yeah, this is not great. Like, no joke, like I said, it's not very common that the wheel lands on that particular spot. This might have been like one of the worst times in the entire run for it to happen. I'm going to use Body Slam. And hopefully I can score a paralysis, but... Okay, well now it's at the point where if it scores a critical hit with late Razor Leaf, it can actually kill me. And that's not good. Crit would tickle it. Oh, and now he has Synthesis. What? Synthesis. I can't even pronounce it correctly. I'm so bewildered. I really need to... Oh man, here we go. I really need to hope that I can land myself a paralysis at some point, because... Yeah, this is not going well. This is not going well. And the problem is that 2 of the most powerful Pokemon on my team are both water types. Fuck. What I'm thinking is I could probably one-hit KO it with Brioche, but is Brioche even fast enough to do so? I really don't want to sacrifice a Pokemon on my team, but the way things are going, like, this guy is going to score a critical hit sooner rather than later, and when he scores that critical hit, I might be in serious trouble. Definitely outspeeds. Okay, well, the problem is I just need to what I need to kind of figure out right here and right now, let's see here. Snorlax, this guy has... hold on a sec, let me just move my chat out of the way. Yeah, 185 HP and 97 defense. Now, Ninetales has a lot of special defense as well, but it's not quite up there because it's a few levels behind. I could also, though, get lucky, and maybe when I switch in, it will be trying to use a growth of its own, or like a synthesis. I also don't necessarily mind all that much if Brioche dies, considering it's the weakest member of my team at the moment. Alright, let's do this. If this crits and kills it, I'm going to be so pissed. Okay. Oh, we do have some other options here as well. We could also confuse Ray it, but obviously, you know, no clue on whether or not that will actually, you know, work out in her favor or not, because it's completely random. Will-O-Wisp, I mean, that will guarantee that it will die after a certain period of time, but he can always heal himself, and that will result in the battle lasting way longer than it otherwise should. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this turn, either we are going to have a very dead Ninetales, or we are going to have a very not dead Ninetales. Let's find out. Well, guess he definitely doesn't outspeed Bread Gun. And a critical hit, which it definitely didn't need. It definitely didn't need, but, well, fuck. That means that we actually have to spin our prize wheel of criticality again. 1, 2, and 3. Hot sauce shot. Well, this is insult to injury. To be honest, it's not the biggest deal in the world that Ninetales ended up dying right then and there, because it was level 38, and at the end of the day, we're only going to use a select few Pokemon when we do take on the Elite Four. Okay, let's see here. Let's bring in our main camera so that we can catch the full glory of my hot sauce shot. Oh, I got way more in there than I wanted to. Ugh. Whew. In case you've never seen it before, this is Melinda's Chipotle Pepper Sauce. Frequent guest on these streams. Alright. If it didn't succeed in one-hit KOing Brioche, it definitely is not going to be able to one-hit KO Lychee, so I'm going to send him in. I am going to immediately, right off the bat, use a Hyper Potion to heal him up, and then I guess I'll kind of figure out things from here. Unfortunately, the Venusaur that we're currently facing off against has upped his special attack enough that he can probably 2KO Lychee as well. Man, if I end up dying at this battle, and this is the end of this stream, at the beginning of the stream I was talking about how, like, you know, the end is in sight, we're just about to head to the Elite Four. Maybe I'll do like a kind of like finish up stream, a finale on Sunday or Tuesday. If this ends up being the finale, me dying to Gary Oak because I let his Snorlax build up his special attack over and over and over again, and that's it, I mean, that's going to be very upsetting. But yeah, I just need to I need to trust that he will give me the opportunity to paralyze him, because, well, fuck, I guess that's not happening. And it's another critical hit. So we're spinning the prize wheel of criticality once again. 1, 2, and 3. Do yoga. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing that spot because I still injured my arm quite a bit, so we're going to spin again. 1, 2, and 3. Drop 5. That means after the battle, assuming I don't white out, I'm going to have to drop 5 items that are currently in my bag. I feel kind of pissed about Lychee dying, because this guy, I mean, he's the only Steel-type Pokemon I can currently have my hands on, and he was a very powerful user of Thunder and Rain Dance. I'm going to send Cookies back in, and I will heal up his HP on the first opportunity that I have to do so. I'm trying to figure things out. The problem is that I'm pretty certain that Leaf, Razor Leaf has like a pretty high amount of power points, so I don't feel like I'll be able to outlast it. Yeah, I'm currently looking it up on Bulbapedia right now, and this move has 25 power points. I definitely cannot outlast him. And again, if he gets another critical hit in a row, which is not impossible because this is a high critical hit chance move, we're in trouble. After this, the only other buffer that we have that will prevent him from completely annihilating the rest of our team is our Haunter Marshmallow, but is that... But do they dodge the boost that it itself has received? Because it managed to... I don't think it would have gotten those... I don't think it would have been able to one-hit KO Magneton and Ninetales if it wasn't... If its Razor Leafs weren't benefiting from the boost. I just need to... I can't outlast it. I need it to do something else or miss, but neither of those two things are happening. And also, I don't exactly have an infinite amount of healing items, as I'm sure you've probably noticed. Oh, man. Well, that's it for Cookie. Yeah, see, that was clearly the critical hit benefited from its special attack stat gain. Is it? There is some weird irony to the fact that typically nobody, and I realize this is going to come across as very kind of self-deprecating, but typically nobody tunes into these streams, and the one stream where everybody tunes in, everybody's dying. I just landed on Get Bench. That means that after this battle, I'm going to have to actually bench the Pokemon that was last out. Okay, now we have a few things going for us here. Marshmallow is very strong in terms of its special attack prowess. It's also pretty fast. It's 93 right now, whereas Brioche was 88. So, I mean, it's like marginally better. Not immensely so, but, you know, on the off chance that that's just what we need to kind of outspeed Snorlax, that'll do it. More importantly, however, we also have Psychic at our disposal, which obviously can potentially be very effective if we manage to pull it off, but yeah. And yes, I do know that, of course, Haunter resists grass, but, like, again, if he scores a critical hit, we're still dead, so it doesn't matter. Alright. Again, Venusaur has proven himself to be pretty fast, so this could be over immediately. If he attacks us first and he kills us, that's it, because we only have 2 Water-type Pokemon left on our team at this point. What? Why would he use Sweet Scent? Well, I guess we have our opening. Okay. It only did that much? Here's what I'm thinking. Now, Garyoke at any point can use another potion if he wants to, or a synthesis for that matter, but if he does that, I can potentially still keep him debilitated if I use Confuse Ray. So I'm thinking that maybe instead of like just trying to spam Psychic after Psychic after Psychic, I should actually use Confuse Ray first. What? Well, I don't know why he just swapped out. I guess that is so weird that... Because, like, previously, when I was using both Ninetales and... Magneton against him, he had no qualms using Razor Leaf on them, despite them resisting Grass-type moves. And yet this time around, he's like, nope, can't battle Marshmallow. I'm going to send in Alakazam instead. Well, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swap in Mochi, and I'm going to build up Calm Minds. Thank God for the weirdness of Generation 3 AI. And so as you can see, clearly what I'm doing here is I am building up Calm Minds. Oh, he can use Calm Mind himself, but even though he can build up Calm Minds himself, I still think that we're going to be in good standing because... Yeah, because he can only use Psychic-type moves, I'm pretty certain, and I can use Water-type moves, so he should still be okay. Well, yeah, I mean, he could kill Ninetales and Magneton with... hold on a sec. I know I'm being very, perhaps, overly cautious using Calm Mind after Calm Mind here, but I just really want to make sure that we can take on both Venusaur and Alakazam, no issue. But, like, I don't think that those kills on Ninetales and Magneton were guaranteed without... I don't think that those kills would have been guaranteed without the critical hit, is what I'm saying. Speaking of which, I really want to make sure that we do not run into any troubles later on. So I'm going to go ahead. I know it's a little bit... do I maybe want to use a Super Potion instead? I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to heal myself up, top out my HP so that we can be as relatively insulated from any future surprises to come. Alright, surf time. Alright, now we just have to trust that the Razor Leaf that Venusaur is for certain going to do is not going to take us out should it accidentally crit, and we should be okay. Oh wow, that was not a lot of damage. Did it really have to end on a critical hit like that? That was not a critical hit that I am appreciating. I'm going to say this right here, right now. When I move on to my next Nuzlocke stream, which most certainly is going to be Pokemon Peril, I think I'm going to be retiring the wheel spin of criticality then. It was pretty fun for this stream, but I feel like it really has slowed down the run an awful lot and just resulted in us being in a lot of situations that kind of needlessly overly complicated things. I think that there were a lot of fun moments involving it. But ultimately, I think I want to return to doing a more pure Nuzlocke run next time. For now, though, let's bring in the prize wheel of criticality and spin the wheel. We still have to bench one of our Pokemon, and we also have to drop 5 items as soon as we're out of this battle. And now, we also have to draw a Pokemon, which I will do after the battle as well. Oh, man. I talked about this a little bit earlier on, but when I did my initial run in Pokemon LeafGreen that ended in tragedy, I literally got real badly messed up by the rival in this exact spot at the beginning of the run, so I suppose it's only appropriate that he took a few more lives once again here. I feel really bad about Brioche, Cookie, and Lychee dying, especially considering that I just taught them some very exclusive and powerful TMs, but here's the thing. Ultimately, I only need a few Pokemon. Oh, hold on a sec. Sorry, I forgot to switch back over. I only need a few Pokemon that are very well leveled up if I'm going to take on the Elite Four, and to be honest, it makes more sense to have 3 Pokemon on my team rather than 6 right now, because if I kind of continue to level up everyone evenly, by the time that I get to the Elite Four, they're probably not going to be strong enough to take on the Elite Four at whatever levels they're going to be. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to drop 5 random items from my bag. And go ahead, I'm going to toss an Iron. I'm going to toss a Burn Heal. I'm going to toss 2 Paralyze Heals. And I'm going to toss a Full Heal. Next up, I'm going to return to Viridian City real quick, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to box Mochi the Slowbro, considering he's the last Pokemon out in my party for that battle, for the next 30 minutes. And then after that, I am going to go ahead and I am going to draw a Pokemon for your viewing enjoyment. Give me just a second. I'm going to set a timer, and there we go. We're going to go ahead and bench him. And I will move our 3 fainted Pokemon to the RIP box. Goodbye, you guys. You all served me very well on this run, but, you know, unfortunately things worked out the way they worked out. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead, let's bring in our desk camera, and let's draw ourselves a Pokemon. Now, the way that typically I do this is that I will go to a random Pokemon generator online and have it choose for me what Pokemon I should draw. But if anybody has any suggestions of what I should draw, I am all ears, so let me know, and I will draw whatever your heart should content. Some of the past Pokemon I've done include Tepig, this is before I drew with a marker, Squirtle, Mew, Castform, Sobble, Wigglytuff, Elekid, which I think is actually pretty spot on. I think I actually kind of nailed this one. Togekiss, Gothitelle, Clamperl, Muck, and Cherim. So anybody here, right now, has any suggestions of what Pokemon I should draw? Let your opinion be known. If not, I'm going to go to randompokemon.org and let it choose for me. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to generate a random Pokemon. Let's do this. Vulpix! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are drawing... Oh wait, hold on a second. Tuples 1, sorry, I didn't see your comment until just a minute ago. Said Chansey. Alright, we are doing Chansey instead. Let's do this. Chansey has a very round body. Hold on a sec. We should position this a little bit better so it's a little bit more centered in stream. Chansey has a very round body, and I know that it has some like little frilly things that are kind of like hair, but we don't need to focus on that right now. For now, we will focus on its dome-like head, like such. Not a problem, Tuples. And I'll just like not focus on the kind of hair frilly things for the time being. I will focus instead on the rest of its egg-like body. I actually think I'm doing a pretty good job with this one. Like such. Pretty good so far. Chansey has very basic feet, very kind of typical of a lot of other Pokemon of its ilk, a lot of other like fairy-like normal Pokemon. And I know that Chansey also has very basic eyes. It has very kind of small, tiny little eyes, like such. I think I'm actually nailing this. And of course, the one thing that is very characteristic about the front of Chansey is that he has... or rather she has, I think all Chanseys are she, an egg pouch, like such, which contains a nice, shiny, delicious egg that it will present to any trainer that it wants to lift the mood of. And of course, we can't forget about Chansey's arms as well, which are these like tiny little fingery things. Obviously not a very notable aspect of it. Of course, we can also talk about Chansey's mouth as well, which is sort of like a tiny little inverted triangle. And finally, let's go ahead and let's do Chansey's hair thingies. I think this is probably the part I'm going to screw up the most. I'm actually doing quite well thus far on this drawing, but yeah, I don't know. There we go. Ooh, this one on the right, I think I got a little bit out of whack. I don't know if I did it as well as it could have been done, but man, I gotta say, overall, very pleased with what I managed to accomplish here with Chansey. Let's go ahead, let's bring the desk camera out and bring our main camera in so we can give our viewers at home a better view of the action. Look at that. Look at that. I realize I'm probably missing a couple of details here and there that would make for a more complete impression of what good old Chansey looks like, but I think I managed to nail it for the most part. I think its egg is a little bit on the big side. I realize I probably could have made that a little bit small, but I don't think that Chansey will mind. I think it will appreciate the fact that I gave it such a huge egg, because as we all know, Chanseys really do take a lot of pride in their eggs. Where do their eggs come from? Who knows? All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get back to the game. Like I said before I did my Pokemon drawing, I don't hate the fact that we only are down to 3 Pokemon now, and not a problem, Tuples one. I will say, though, having given a few minutes to kind of reflect on it, I do wish we had maybe 4 Pokemon. And also, like, Marshmallow is very powerful. He has great special attack, but he's not a Gengar. And he can't be a Gengar, unfortunately, because I don't have the ability to trade at the moment. Likewise, I don't love the fact that the 2 other Pokemon on my team are both part water type. It's a good thing that the Elite Four doesn't have any like dedicated electric type Elite Four trainers, but it's not great. It is definitely not great. Before we head out, however, I'm actually just gonna real quick check up on our TM case, because yeah, we need to teach Haunter some more useful moves. And obviously we'll have another opportunity to do so after we get out of the Victory Road, but I just want to see here. I don't remember. Can he learn? He can't learn Shockwave, but he can learn Thunderbolt, but I don't remember where to get Thunderbolt again. Rock Tomb, Aerial Ace. Yeah, I'll have to... Right before we take on the Elite Four, I'll have to really kind of dig into it and see what other moves we can teach good old Haunter, because as it stands, like, it has Psychic, it has Nightshade, both admirable moves, but they're not going to be enough. And here we go. There are a lot of things I'm very nostalgic for in Gen 1. I love how the lead up to Victory Road has like a series of checks that you can only get by once you get the kind of like respective badge for that check. I like the idea that like you can kind of come to this area relatively early on in the game and just sort of like keep like progressing a little bit forward, more and more forward, just to sort of see how far you can kind of push it. You know what? I'm actually realizing right now, you know what? Earlier I mentioned how I would like to have 4 Pokemon on my team. There's nothing preventing me from digging into the recesses of my Pokemon box and actually seeing if I can find someone else to kind of help round out my team a little bit more. In any case, we do have an opportunity to capture 1 Pokemon around here, so we might as well take it. I was kind of hoping for someone else, but I mean, I'll take it. What do we want to do? I think if I use Nightshade, I'll probably be okay. It can't crit after all, so... You know what's one thing we could do? This is a crazy idea, but we could keep using max repels in Victory Road until we eventually find Moltres. Oh no, wait a minute. They moved Moltres to that one mountain, and we actually killed it on last stream. I completely forgot about that. I'm going to call this guy Dorito. Let's see, is this an... It is an item. Good job. And here we go. It is Victory Road. Oh, I forgot that he would actually appear on the team with us. You know what? I'm gonna real quick. I know that I just made a big stink out of coming all the way here and clearing all the badges. I'm actually gonna go back to town. I'm gonna grab a Pokemon that has Fly on hand, and I'm gonna just do one more inspection of my box just to see if there are any Pokemon bumming around there that I think would be worth adding to my team as the fourth wheel of this car careening off a cliff. Interesting. So I'm currently looking at the TMs that Haunter can learn. It can learn, of course, Shadow Ball. It can learn Thunderbolt. It can learn Sunny Day, Toxic, Hidden Power, Giga Drain, but we already taught that to Victory Bell. Yeah, not a whole lot of other interesting options out of that. Really, the move of note is Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is like the move to get, but you know what? I'm thinking back on it. I think that we might only be able to get Thunderbolt at the game corner, and we're going to need a lot of money if we want to get it from there. I don't know. Maybe if I get a lot of money fighting trainers, we'll use it, but... Alright, let's see here. All the Pokemon that we currently have here are Pokemon that we can bring with us into the Elite Four. And I'm trying to think. So, like, the first member of the Elite Four we're going to be facing off against is Lorelei, who has Ice-type Pokemon. Obviously, both Blastoise and... what's his name? Slowbro will be just fine facing off against her. And then next is Bruno, the fighting-type Elite Four trainer that nevertheless has two Onyxes. Obviously, Slowbro is going to have a field day there. Then after that, it's Agatha, and that's where things get a little bit more interesting. She has a ton of Gengars and also Golbat and Arbok. I think that Slowbro will be able to do just fine against her, but truthfully, that would have been a trainer that I really would have liked to have had, what's his name? Magneton for. Then after that, we have, of course, good old Lance, who will have a ton of Dragon-type Pokemon. Both my Water-type Pokemon will actually be able to do pretty okay against him because I can teach him Ice-type moves, so that should be okay. And then finally, at the very end, we have, of course, our final rival fight. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's not like there were like any obvious gaps in our team that like the Pokemon that I currently have on hand would be able to like obviously fill. The problem right now is I'm looking at the Pokemon that are currently available to me, and like there's Panko the Slowbro, who I caught on 2 Island. On the Sevi Islands. He's like almost on the same level as everyone else, but like, do I really want to train up and raise another Slowbro after, you know, having him on my team? The only other Pokemon in my box right now that really is of any interest to me is French Fry the Ponyta, who I caught on the road to the volcano where we fought Moltres on 1 island. The problem is that I will still have to like continue to train it up a little bit. You know what? Screw it. I rarely, if ever, get to use Ponyta or Rapidash on my Pokemon teams. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to keep her on the party, and who knows, maybe I will gain a newfound appreciation for her, but I suspect that she'll probably be kind of like the back of the pack Pokemon for the time being. Unfortunately, if I can just... Let me just check my Pokédex real quick. I have 40 Pokemon owned. I think I might actually be able to get an experience share at this point. Let me just check real quick. I'm pretty certain that south of Lavender Town is the Pokemon Oak Aid that will give out the experience share if we have 40 Pokemon in our Pokédex. I don't know that with certainty. I am spitballing, but I'm pretty certain that's the case. Let's go and check them out. If they can give me an experience share, that will be really helpful towards me because... Wait a minute, hold on a second. Uh-oh, I think this is the wrong area. Crap, hold on a sec. Pokemon LeafGreen, experience share. You need to talk to Oaks 8 on the top floor of the gate located east of Fuchsia City. Oh, and it says here, if you've caught at least 50 different types of Pokemon. So we're actually 10 Pokemon short. Alright, I guess that's not happening. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fly back to Viridian City. I'm going to box Sandshrew and I'm going to be on our way. And goodbye to Dorito. Alright, let's go. Another level 2 Mankey. I didn't even know what level it was going to be. I just guessed that perfectly. I just looked it up. I was fearing that this would be the case, but if we're gonna get our hands on a TM of Ice Beam, we're gonna need to get it from the Celadon Game Corner as well, in addition to Thunderbolt. So, yeah, I don't know. TBD on that stuff. Alright, here we go. Shout out to Blastoise for knowing both Strength and Surf. Oh, I completely forgot that we can actually get a very powerful Pokemon right off the bat here in Victory Road. Onix is not exactly the kind of Pokemon that I want to stick on my team because of how many weaknesses he has, and also because he's just not very powerful, but yeah. Tuples1 says, how many attempts is this? My apologies if I didn't notice your message quite so right away. I was a bit distracted. This is my second Nuzlocke attempt on this run. The first attempt that I had ended in failure very early on. I got a team of a Squirtle. Oh man, Onix is not gonna stay in our ball at this rate. I mean, I might as well just go ahead and use my Master Ball, considering that this is like the last Pokemon we'll be able to catch before the Elite Four, but so yeah, my initial attempt, I got myself a team that consisted of 2 Rattatas, a Pidgey, and, of course, a Squirtle, my original Squirtle. And they all died in the first rival fight of the game. Not the first rival fight of the game, but the one that we actually just had on that one route leading to the Elite Four. It was very tragic, and they actually all died at Bulbasaur's hands, so there's something very cosmically ironic about this. I'm going to call Onyx Potatoes. All right. Of course, we can't escape Zubat even here. Oh. What exactly is this thing again? I forget. Anyways, so yeah, that was my first attempt, and then what you're currently witnessing right now is my second attempt at the run. Honestly, I probably would have been done with the Nuzlocke run by this point, but because of my prize wheel of criticality, I've had to spin the wheel many a time, and that has resulted in things getting a lot more slowed down. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. I have to push the boulder onto that little white thingy. That white thingy, it kind of looks like that weird little table that you put on a big, like, takeout pizza pie. Like, if you look at it from above, you know what I mean? If these are the only Pokemon I'm going to be encountering around here, I think I might as well just use a Repel. No need to slow things down anymore. Plus, we have a lot of trainers coming up. Hold on a sec. Here we go. Crap. I'm going to go ahead, because it's level 43, I'm just going to go ahead and defeat this Onix, but if we're going to be able to... Oh, wow, Dragon Breath. If we're going to continue encountering Pokemon that are potentially level 43, I suppose I'll probably just switch Blastoise to the front of my party. I just realized, by the way, the sound effect that it made a second ago when those rocks disappeared, it's the same sound effect that the game makes when you fall through a sheet of, like, ice, like in Wallace's gym in Pokemon Emerald. I'll just keep it at Surf. This is actually, now that I'm at this point in the game, when I eventually go and retrieve Slowbro, I'll probably go ahead and I'll delete Blueberry's Strength, although actually I might need to use Strength for Victory Road. After Victory Road, I will replace Strength with Brick Break, just so that I can give myself extra, you know, coverage options. And here we go, Surf's up. Ninetales might be able to resist getting one-hit KO'd because it has good enough special defense, but maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. You know what? That battle made me realize I don't really need to bother with French Fry. I will keep Potatoes on the team just because he's level 40, but yeah, no reason to bother with French Fry. Next time I encounter a trainer, though, I will switch Marshmallow to the front so you can gain some more levels. Hey, thank you for tuning in, 2+1. Again, I hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ooh, it's Sophie's choice. Which one do we want? Yay, rare candy. Oh. I did not realize that they were there. That being said, Raticate can use, like, Bite in Pursuit, so maybe it's okay that I had Blueberry in for the first one of them. Also, I'm probably going to need to have someone in my team use Flash, because I'm pretty certain that the lower levels of Victory Road will need to be illuminated, but I'm actually not certain. Oof, Ivysaur. Someone here is trying to do an impression of the rival that we just fought. Let's switch in Haunter. Again, really trying to do an impression of them, but it's not working out. Apparently in 3 minutes, the timer that we set on what's his face? Slowbro will be up. So I should probably get ready to return to the Pokemon Center. And actually, when I return to the Pokemon Center, I'll use that as a chance to segue into tonight's Snacks and Collation segment. So I think everything will work out just fine. My next stream is probably going to be not next week, but the week after. See, what I'm trying to figure out is, like, how I want to kind of conclude and close out this series. If it seems like I only have one more stream left in me, what I might do is I might do a off-schedule, like, Sunday or Tuesday stream, in which I basically just stream myself getting through the rest of the... Oh, you knocked over something. Sorry, I'm speaking to somebody off screen. Yeah, depending on how much progress I make this time, I might consider just doing another stream on Sunday or Tuesday in which I, yeah, just sort of close things out. If I don't do that, though, I will probably end up streaming not next Monday, but the Monday after that. So that would be, schedule-wise, the 3rd of October. All right. Let's see here. I will not switch out my Pokemon. Oh, I did not want to use Strength. And thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. Oh wow, I was not expecting a random trainer to have like a fully evolved version of the starters. This is genuinely unexpected. Good on you. All right, give me just a quick second. I'm going to fix the light that got knocked over. And there we go. It is fixed. Ugh. Oh, look at that. The timer just went off. Perfect timing, which means that we can retrieve Slowbro from the box that he's currently stuck inside of. Actually, it doesn't actually matter what town I fly to at this point, actually, but... Alright. French fry, you are going back in the box, and I am swapping in Slowbro. Alright. With that taken care of, let's go ahead and take a quick little break from our stream to do tonight's... Oh man, I just glanced over at what I'm going to be having as a snack. Tonight's Snacks and Collation segment. Tonight on Snacks and Collation, we have an old friend that is returning to cause us even more grief than he has already caused us. You might remember that when I first started doing these Snacks and Collation segments after doing an extended hiatus from engaging with them, I had some just absolutely abhorrent bagged pickles. And I declared after having my third bagged pickle that I would never have them, ever again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, old habits die hard, because today, oh boy, do I have a bagged pickle for you. This is Van Holten's Tapatio pickle. It is yet another bagged pickle, but instead of being sour or garbage tasting, this one is Tapatio spicy flavored. It says here, salsa picante, Tapatio flavored pickle, contents 1 pickle. I said that really weird. Contents 1 pickle. I don't know why I said it like that. If we look at the front back of this thing here, calorie 0, inexplicably, because of course these things are fabricated within hell. Sodium 330 milligrams, 14% of your daily value. And they also have 30 grams of calcium, which amounts to 2%, and 10 milligrams of potassium, which is 0%. And that's all there is really to say about this. These things contain cucumber, water, vinegar, salt, calcium chloride, natural flavoring, sodium benzoate, and potassium sorbate to prevent spoilage, as well as oleosin, capsicum, and yellow 5. Oh man, kind of weird that they don't straight up just state like Tapatio in the ingredient part there, but well, that's that. All right, well, you should be able to tear into these things without using a scissors, so let's try and see if we can do that this time. Oh, look at that, it's actually working. Well, that's actually a good ass sign off the bat. This time around, I brought a bowl with me because these things have the capacity to slosh everywhere and potentially spill a lot, so I've brought myself a bowl that potentially will prevent some spillage. Right now, I just took a whiff of this thing. Oh man. And the bouquet on this thing is interesting. It smells like a bizarre mutated pickle that is taking a bad detour down spicy chili pepper lane. And oh man, it does not smell appetizing. It does not smell appetizing at all. But you know what? You know what? For you guys at home, because I really love you, but not that much, I'm going to be taste testing this. That is the point of this segment after all. All right, I've removed it from the bag. I don't know if I'm going to have all of this. I will definitely give it a good shot. Hold on, I need to get a good, a better look at this turd pickle for you guys. Just it even looks like way more like a turd than the previous ones. It's weirdly wrinkly in a way that I remember the other prior pickles being a lot more robust. If we smell this, yeah, oh man, it's even more concentrated this time. You can feel like, what's interesting about it is that it smells like a hot sauce if you took away the heat, and you're just left with this like weird, almost metallic scent that is extremely foreboding, even if I didn't know that it was going to be specifically spicy. Let's do this. Down the hatch. Okay, that's not as spicy as the pepper sauce that I indulge in quite often on these streams, but that shook me to my core like few other things that I have eaten before on this stream. That was weird. That was really weird. I feel like I have to get a... what the hell? I have a really weird aftertaste coming on right now, and it feels and tastes like feet. Not that that's something I ever eat or anything, but what the hell? What the hell? I'm going to try to put that all past me. I need to have... Oh man, the aftertaste is coming back. What the hell is going on with this? I was about to say, like, you know what? It's pretty not good, but it's still better than the previous sour pickles we had. This might actually be worse. Worse in its own unique way. I gotta take one more bite out of this thing for science. One more bite. One more bite. Well, just fuel. Just fuel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm officially decreeing that right here, right now on twitch.tv/Kozibear Live, we are introducing a new potential score that we can give to the foods that we eat here on Snacks and Collation. And that new score is not -1, it's not -2, it's -10, because this fucking thing is a -10. This was awful, and I never want to have it again. Jesus Christ. I thought, you know, Tapatio was a hot sauce brand that people respect. It's something that people put on their food all the time. I love pickles. I'm all for a savory hot sauce. I thought that this potentially could bring the pickle game back, potentially elevate it to new heights and save its entire industry, but it did not, Jack. It did not. All right. Let's get back in the game. Let's see here. Can I fly to the entrance of Victory Road? No, unfortunately not. Even though it is like listed as a thing on the map, that's not an option for me. All right. One more trek. Let's see here. You know what? I'll only use a max repel once we actually get to Victory Road, because that's when the amount of Pokemon that will appear there will get way more frequent. God damn it. All right. Yeah, I'm going to keep Blueberry at the front of the party for now, but I will give, what's-his-face, Haunter opportunities to do damage here and there. Oh, look at that. It seems like we need to... Seems like some of the puzzles get reset. Funny, you're always just out of frame when those little kind of rock thingies disappear. And here we go, we'll be able to get the other item. Hey, Dragon Claw! Can we teach any of the 4 Pokemon at our disposal this move? Let's see. I don't think so, but you never know. Nope, none of these 6 Pokemon, even. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I know how to do this. And that is disappeared. We will not move that boulder over just yet. Cool. Oh, can we do this later? Ooh, this would be... I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm just going to switch into Marshmallow mid-battle. I probably should have done that ahead of time. Great. Now I used Foresight, and now it's actually not really worth it. Although, actually, I still am partially poison typing, so I should be okay. Let's do this. I did a little bit of investigative work, and it would seem as if the TM for Shadow Ball is also available from the Celadon Game Corner. Why does the Celadon Game Corner have to have all the good TMs? It seems like Sludge Bomb is only available at the Rocket Warehouse in the post-game, which is unfortunate. Oh, a second. Actually, I'm just realizing now, having Onix on my team will actually be useful for if I ever encounter any Electric-type Pokemon around here. I didn't even necessarily consider that. Ooh, I'm looking over, like, the remaining TMs that we'll be able to get on this run. We still have Fire Blast that we can teach Mochi if we want to. And on top of that, we also have Overheat, which we'll be able to get in Victory Road, although I don't know that anyone on our team can actually use that one. Man, it's too bad that I wasted Earthquake on Snorlax, because I would have actually really liked to teach Blueberry Earthquake. I think it would be more useful, actually, than teaching it Brick Break, which I'll do at the end of this run. Oh, look at that. Critical hit. First one in a while. Let's go ahead and let's bring in our prize wheel. 1, 2... and 3. Get benched. I am going to go ahead and make an executive decision and ignore that because we really need to level up our Pokemon right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spin the wheel again. 1, 2, and 3. Hot sauce. I can definitely do that again. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll keep Blueberry in for this. Ah! I got it on my lips in a weird way. Ooh, recover. We don't see that move an awful lot. That still really stung, by the way. I know that was kind of a more muted reaction than I normally have to this. To these hot sauces, but that hurt. Not as bad as the pickles, though. Those were awful. Okay. Oh, I have another boulder puzzle over here. And we forgot to apply more repel, so let's do that. Ooh, Sandstorm. Not a bad TM, but not something we really need right now. Normally don't bother with these guys, but if it's level 46, I'd say it's worth it. He can't really do anything to me in return, and there's no chance of us getting a crit in this battle because I'm constantly using Nightshade, so it all works out. Look at that, 2 attacks in a row that did no damage to me. Goodbye. I didn't think that would actually 3KO him. Ooh, Persian. This is a Pokemon I can probably take on without anyone's help. Oh no. Well, but it is... Dark is special in this gen. So yeah, it ends up not being that bad, but... Something to always be on the lookout for, because there are a lot of Pokemon that can learn Dark moves, even though there are no Dark Pokemon to be caught in the pre-post game. Or just the... the pre-post game is such a weird way of wording it. You know what I mean. Man, these mons love to use Fury Swipes. Yay! Okay, should probably heal up Marshmallow a little bit, actually. Here we go. The sprite for Super Potions makes it look like it's like a more elusive or powerful potion than it actually is. And that always kind of confuses me a little bit. It's another Pokemon that Marshmallow actually should not be fighting. Jesus, why did it have to crit? Let's bring in the prize wheel of criticality. 1, 2, and 3. No center. That means that we cannot return to a Pokemon Center until we get another critical hit. That probably won't be so bad for us, considering we're largely just healing using items in our bag at this point, but you never know. I should probably... Another crit, fuck. Well, I guess no center no longer applies. 1, 2, and 3. Drop 5 means we gotta drop 5 items after this battle ends. Let's see here. I'm gonna use a full restore off the bat. And then from here, I'm gonna drop a Pearl. I'm gonna drop a Carbos. I'm gonna drop a Burn Heal. I'm gonna drop 2 Paralyze Heals. And there we go. Hey, it's Hail. I guess we're getting all the remaining weather TMs around now. Ooh, another big hitter. I probably should have used the other one. My bad. Oh, Iron Tail. Whoa. Didn't do a lot of damage, though. Here we go. Time for another powerful trainer. I think Executor is part grass type, but I think we'll be okay if we switch into Mochi. Considering Executor doesn't really have a lot of notable grass-type moves to start with. He might have... I mean, he does have Sleep Powder, which is technically a grass-type move. But like in terms of attacking grass-type moves, I'm pretty certain he doesn't have Solar... he might have Solar Beam, but that might be it. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, man, it's been forever since I've used the Poke Flute. I forgot how long this takes. Good old Egg Bomb. I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and let's use Calm Mind. Ah, fuck! You know what? Screw it. If Executor clearly doesn't have any Grass-type moves, I'm just gonna switch into Blueberry the Blastoise. I'll bite him to death. What a weird moveset. Sunspore, Sleep Powder, Egg Bomb, and I think Confusion? You know what? This would be a good one for Potatoes to deal with, actually. You're up. Kind of a weird moveset, actually. Potatoes definitely does not appreciate getting Screeched, considering his defense is kind of like his one asset, but I'm pretty certain that Electrode typically does not learn a lot of like pretty high profile physically attacking moves, so yeah, only Sonic Boom. I just wanted to get paralyzed. There we go. That'll make things a little bit easier. Actually, you know what? After this battle, I should probably teach Potatoes how to use some other moves. You know, as thanks for being on my team. Don't worry, I'm gonna heal up. I just wasn't that concerned up until the last minute because Sonic Boom will always only hit for 20 power points. Wow, this Electro just won't quit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I should have taught Potatoes how to use Dig ahead of time. Oh, critical hit. Ah, but that means I gotta spin the old prize wheel of criticality yet again. 1, 2... and 3. Get bench. Once again, we'll be ignoring that because it is high time that we train up our Pokemon on our team to be ready for the Elite Four. Dealer's choice. I'm gonna go ahead and do no center. Let's stick with that. Again, probably will not matter all that much in the long run, considering we have plenty of HP healing items at our disposal right now, but let's just have that on. It's just like a light little bit of table dressing to make things a little bit more tense. Oh, did Electrode run out of power points for Sonic Boom? Maybe? I can't believe I have to use Rage, but I don't have anything else at my disposal. Oh. Come on. Oh, man, it's still so weak. On the off chance that it would attack first next turn, I'm just going to heal him up a little bit more. I'm sorry, Potatoes, I didn't teach you something better before this. And there we go. Cloister. Cloister. Here we go. Cloister won't be able to do a whole lot on the first turn, so I'll use this as the opportunity to wake up Mochi. I think I can probably just take him out with Psychic without even needing to do anything extra. Yeah, Cloister has very little special defense. Let's see. Who do I wanna... I'll just keep in Mochi for this. This has already been a long enough battle as is. Ah, oh, fuck. I forgot that was a possibility. Ah! I'm gonna swap in Blueberry, actually. And Spikes hurt me. Okay. Come on, hit first, hit first, hit first. There we go. Ooh. Hey, Sandslash. You ever by any chance heard of this move called Hydro Cannon? Goodbye. Alright, let's grab this item, which is a Max Revive, which is completely useless for us. And let's have a quick little look at our team. First things first, I'm going to use a Super Potion to just heal everyone up a little bit. Next things next, let's go to our TM case and see what we can teach to Onyx. It's not the most, like, original move, but it will be better for Potatoes to have Strength in place of Rage. I'll probably keep Dragon Breath, because it's kind of a rare move, and it situationally can be pretty useful if it paralyzes its opponents. I don't think I have any digs at my disposal. Oh, you know what I do have, though? I have Rock Tomb, which is not a move that any other Pokemon on my team will learn. So guess what, Potatoes? You are going to learn a nice, bright, and shiny new stab move in Rock Tomb. I hope you appreciate it. I'll have to get a dig TM next time I visit Celadon. Okay. Oh, this is a Pokemon that I can definitely take out without issue with just Marshmallow, so I'm going to do just that. No siree, Marowak. You are not getting through this with any damage on me. Ooh, what Pokemon do you have for me? Clefairy? I can definitely handle this, dude. This would actually be even easier if this was a generation removed and the Clefairy I was facing off against was a Fairy-type Pokemon, but it's not, which is okay. Actually, you know what? Considering how little experience points defeating Clefairy is going to reward me, I actually probably should have just swapped out at the beginning. Wow, this... I gotta say, this Clefairy is a more wily start to this trainer's team than I was expecting it to be. And Jigglypuff now. Not even Wigglytuff. Okay. Well, thank God I have a little item called the Pokeflute. Well, light screen is lowered, so that's good. This guy could potentially have access to Feint Attack, but I am willing to take my chances. The only problem is I don't actually... Psychic will probably not be enough to take it out, unless I... we'll see how much damage Feint Attack does, and we'll make a judgment call from here. It also attacked before us, which is not good. Yeah, I'm gonna swap out to Blueberry again. Goodbye to Persian. Ooh, cursed number of experience points. I will switch out to Mochi for this one. Ooh, I'm guessing it probably will have a berry or maybe like Sleep Talk, or maybe not. We'll see. Chansey, Chansey, Chansey. It is not very often that we get to see Chansey in battle. I would actually love to use Marshmallow for this, but I think I'll keep in Mochi. I'll use Calm Mind to kind of build up its special attack, and I'll overload it. Oh, I completely forgot Chansey's tail. Fuck. I knew there was like a small little detail I missed, and I almost got everything correct, but its tail was missing. Also, its little ear hair things have like a distinctly red tip to them. I probably could have included that as well. Hell yeah. Alright, now score that fuck. Damn it. This is one of those rare instances where I miss, I regret teaching Haunter how to use. I regret the fact that I no longer have Curse on Haunter, because that would take care of this Pokemon in an instant. Alright. Oh my god. Fucking finally. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. Hot sauce shot. It is time for us to do another shot of hot sauce. Hey, the first Pokemon on our team are at level 50. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's have some hot sauce. Oh, that's a good serving. Yeah, that was hot sauce. All right. I will use a super potion on Marshmallow just to keep him in good health, and I will also use the one paralyzed heal I have left to heal up Blueberry. Oh dear, who is it now? Oh, this is one of the ones we can actually fight. Let's do it. Goodbye to Sandslash. Okay, so we have a barrier over there that we'll need to take care of. Well, and this is where we need to push it into. Overheat, here we go. A little commemorative token of the legendary bird of fire that once inhabited these caverns. Alright. What kind of Pokemon is this mofo gonna have at his disposal, huh? Oh, interesting. I bet it'll probably be Charmeleon, Ivysaur, Wartortle. Or maybe something else. Maybe it'll take us by supplies. Maybe he's like a fire Pokemon-oriented trainer. God damn it. Again? Wow, this guy got lucky. Whoop, wrong camera. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. Draw a Pokemon. I will do that after this battle. Oh, interesting. So it's definitely not Wartortle and Ivysaur. It is Lapras of all Pokemon. Like I'll just keep him Blueberry for this one. I'll figure it out. I bet if I used Hydro Cannon, it could actually do like a lot of damage at this point. Not like a ton of damage, but when you consider the rain factor as well. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should do Hydro Cannon. Actually, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should actually... You know what? I'm going to swap out on the off chance that Lapras has Mean Look and is going to potentially trap me. There we go. Jesus, this Pokemon is determined. And there goes Lapras. I'll swatch it into Blueberry for this one. Is it still raining? If it is still raining... Yep, it is still raining. I'm going to go ahead and I'll finish this off with Hydro Cannon. Lickitun's kind of bulky, so... Fuck, man! This game will not relent. 1, 2, and 3. Draw a Pokemon. Jeez, this game really wants me to draw a Pokemon. You know what? I have an idea. Actually, I have multiple ideas, but we'll save it until the end of the battle. I just want to check here. Okay, so this is originally where you encountered good old Moltres. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to travel back up to the previous floor. I just want to, before I get to my Pokemon drawing, I just want to see how kind of far off I am from the exit of Victory Road. Because it would be good if I could conclude tonight's stream by getting to the end of the titular road. And if it's like literally just around the corner, I mean, it would be a shame for me to not take advantage of that, you know? I'm happy that both Blueberry... Oh my god. Oh my god. 1, 2, and 3. Hot sauce shot. Let's do ourselves another shot of hot sauce. The 4th time this stream, if you can believe it. There we go. And look at that, Marshmallow's at level 45. Ooh. Whew. Alright. That got us plenty fired up. Oh, whoa! I'd forgotten that he would actually try to learn Shadow Ball on his own. A little unfortunate that we're getting rid of Shadow Punch's perfect accuracy, but that's fine by me. I'm happy that Marshmallow is at level 45 and our 2 Water-type Pokemon are now at level 50. But, oh fuck, I forgot the boulder. I'm happy that everybody's leveling up quite nicely, but like, Pokemon of the Elite Four are going to be quite powerful. If I'm not sufficiently more leveled up, I could be in serious trouble, and I don't remember at all how strong our rival is going to be at the end. Let's see here. I can probably take him out with Nightshade. Why not? Man, so many powerful moves that are just going completely unappreciated. Alright, let's get this boulder in here. Alright, and let's make our way on to that area we haven't been to just yet. Hold on. Oh wow, we have a lot of trainers left to go. Alright, you know what? In that case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. I'm going to get to the Pokemon that I have to draw now. What I decided is because the wheel landed on draw a Pokemon 2 times, it would only be appropriate if I drew 2 Pokemon. So I'm going to use randompokemon.org to draw 2 different random Pokemon and draw them together, doing a action pose of some sort. Here's what I'm deciding though. Come next stream, I am retiring the prize wheel of criticality. I had a lot of fun adventures with the prize wheel over the course of the past 14 odd episodes, but it's outlived its fun, and honestly, with the final episode, you know, presumably happening next time, and again, I don't know yet whether it will be on a Sunday, a Tuesday, or potentially the next Monday after that, but whenever the next episode happens, I don't think I'm going to want to burden myself with the prize wheel of criticality, considering we're heading into the Elite Four, so this will be the end of the prize wheel for the time being. Who knows, we'll maybe see it pop up another stream in the future. I want to let you know, prize wheel, that you were a good boy. I really appreciated you. I thought that you made for some really... You resulted in some really tense moments in our prior streams, but you also resulted in some really fun moments in our prior streams, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the fact that the final lasting memory that I'm going to have of the prize wheel right now is another fun moment, because we are drawing 2 Pokemon. Alright. One second. Sorry, I gotta grab the drawing thingy again. Alright. Oh. I'm gonna bring that desk camera in, and let's go to randompokemon.org. Hold on a second. Alright. Pokemon number 1, Charmander. Pokemon number 2, Kingdra. Interesting. An interesting combination. Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemons. Alright. Of course, as you would expect, I'm going to have Charmander be at the mercy of Kingdra, a far more powerful, far more capable water dragon-type Pokemon. I'm going to start off with Charmander looking back at Kingdra with an expression of shock, as you can see by its wide and open mouth. And its eyeballs will be looking in the direction of Kingdra to indicate that it is looking at its apex hunter. I'm going to have its tail over here. I'm going to actually stop a little bit and draw the fire on the edge of its tail. It's not the best fire I've ever drawn, but, you know, it is what it is. And here we go. I'm going to have Charmander's little feet. Perfect. Oh yeah, and I should probably have Charmander's little arms as well. I gotta say, I imagined Charmander having a little bit more of an action pose in this shot, but he's kind of just standing there. And then over here, to the right, we're going to have Kingdra. Ooh, this is a real chonker of a Kingdra. I was not expecting to draw him this fat. Hold on a sec. I'm trying to remember. Kingdra's wings have this thing going on where they're like weird and spindly, but they have like a little thingy in the middle there. I know that Kingdra definitely has like a belly thing, much like Charmander himself actually, which is interesting, but it has all these like weird tiles and scales on it. And he has this big, long snout of a nose. And he has these two little thingies on the top of his head. Hold on, let me give you a better view of this. And you know that Kingdra has like a very kind of triangular eye like such. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I'm forgetting? I mean, there are a few. Kingdra is very scaly, so I'm gonna actually take the opportunity to draw some more scales on him. There we go. That's good. There we go. Another one of his little antler thingies, and I'm going to draw him emitting bubbles at Charmander. There we go. Just really ruining his day. Just really causing him a whole lot of grief. And there we go. That is Kingdra and Charmander. Let's go ahead and let's give ourselves a better view of this. I mean, what can I say? I've drawn many Pokemon over the course of this LeafGreen Nuzlocke run, but this right here is one of the best I've ever done. Just look at the ferocity, look at the anger, look at the animosity. Everything within it is just A fucking plus. And I think that you, my dear viewer, would agree. All right, and with that out of the way, thank you to everybody for tuning into tonight's Pokemon LeafGreen Critical Nuzlocke stream. Like I said, I am not certain exactly when I'm going to do the next stream. I'm thinking it's either going to be Tuesday night, this upcoming Tuesday, or maybe even a little bit earlier on Sunday. That next stream will be the conclusion of my LeafGreen Critical Nuzlocke run. I will go until I have to. I will go as long as I need to either defeat the Elite Four or die trying. I suspect what I'll probably need is like an hour of preparation to both get out of the Victory Road cave and then train up against some trainers ahead of time, and then I will shoot my shot, and either I'll win or I'll lose. And if I lose, of course I can always use some Pokemon from my box to, you know, take over from where they once fell, as I did in my Pokemon Emerald cross run. But I think this time around, I think I'll probably just call it quits if my current team dies. I don't know that I want to spend that much more time within the world of Pokemon LeafGreen. Of course, regardless of when I post my next and final stream of my LeafGreen Critical Nuzlocke run, you should remember that you can catch all my streams live on twitch.tv/Kozibear live, normally every Monday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. EST, but again, that will not be true of this upcoming week because I have all sorts of appointments then. And of course, you can catch VODs of all my past streams on YouTube, where they post every Wednesday and Saturday at 3:30 p.m. EST. And of course, you can also find me over on Twitter at AlexKazina if the tweets and the twits are more your speed. Till next time, I'm Alexander Kazina, and I want you to have a fantastic night and to keep on cooking.